Elephant wakes up suddenly, eyes open, room completely silent, clock glowing, 3:07 am. No noise, no dream, just awake. Elephant turns to the side, closes eyes again, go back to sleep. But something feels different. The body is still tired, but the brain, slowly waking up. And then it starts. A small thought appears. Did I forget something? Then another. What if tomorrow goes wrong? And within minutes, Elephant is no longer just awake. Elephant is thinking, fast, deep, uncontrollably. The silence feels louder now. The bed feels uncomfortable. And sleep feels further away with every second. Elephant checks the clock again. 3:19 am. Frustration begins. Why is this happening? And here's the strange part, this doesn't happen every night. But when it does, it feels impossible to escape. So what is this 3 am problem? And why does Elephant's brain choose this exact time to wake up and spiral? So why 3 am? Why does Elephant's brain pick this hour to wake up and start overthinking? It's all about your internal clock, your circadian rhythm. Elephant's body follows a 24-hour cycle, telling the brain when to sleep, when to wake, and when to feel alert. But here's the catch. Late night stress, irregular sleep, and screen use can confuse this system. At 3 am, the brain is supposed to be in deep, restorative sleep, but if Elephant has disrupted routines, the body misfires. Instead of calm rest, the brain becomes hyper-aware, scanning for problems, replaying memories, and overthinking tasks for tomorrow. That's why some nights feel normal, and others. A mental storm hits at 3 am. The body is tired, the brain is awake, and sleep feels impossible. This hidden disconnect between body and mind is what traps Elephant in the 3 am stress spiral, a problem almost no one talks about. The stress spiral begins. Elephant is awake, and now notices the time. 3:20 am. I need to sleep. That one thought changes everything. Because now, it's not just waking up, it's pressure. What if I don't sleep? Tomorrow will be ruined. I'll feel tired all day. And just like that, a simple moment turns into stress. Elephant tries to fix it, closes eyes tighter, changes position, forces the body to relax. But the more Elephant tries, the more awake the brain becomes. Because sleep doesn't work like that. The moment Elephant tries to sleep, the brain switches into control mode. It starts checking, am I sleeping yet? Why am I still awake? And that awareness keeps Elephant awake. Now, it's a loop: wake up, think, worry, try, fail, think more. And every minute adds pressure. This isn't just being awake, this is being trapped. The biggest mistake Elephant makes at 3 am. At this point, Elephant feels stuck. So Elephant reaches for the easiest escape: the phone. Maybe just a few minutes will help me relax. Screen turns on, bright light hits the eyes, and instantly, the brain wakes up more. For a moment, it feels like relief. Thoughts pause. The spiral slows. Elephant feels distracted. But this is the trap. That bright light sends a signal to the brain. It's daytime. Sleep hormones drop. Alertness increases. And then comes the second problem: content. Endless scrolling. New videos. New information. Each swipe gives a small dopamine hit. Now, Elephant isn't just awake. Elephant is engaged. Minutes pass. Time jumps. 3:20, 4:05, 4:40. Elephant finally puts the phone away. But now, sleep feels impossible. What felt like a solution actually made everything worse. Why this happens to Elephant more than others? It feels like a random problem, but it's not. This 3 am spiral usually hits the elephants who think the most during the day. The planners, the problem solvers, the ones who carry a lot in their mind. During the day, that thinking helps. Elephant stays sharp, makes decisions, handles responsibilities. But at night, that same brain has nothing to do. No tasks, no distractions. So it creates work. It replays conversations. It imagines worst-case scenarios. It tries to solve things that don't even need solving. And because it's 3 am, everything feels more serious than it actually is. A small thought feels like a big problem. So the issue isn't that Elephant is broken. The issue is that Elephant's brain is active at the wrong time. It's not overthinking. It's mistimed thinking. The 3 a.m. rule that changes everything. Elephant realizes something powerful. 3 a.m. is not the time to solve problems. So Elephant creates one simple rule: no decisions at 3 a.m. No life planning, no future worries, no deep thinking, because anything that feels urgent right now won't feel the same in the morning. Instead of following thoughts, Elephant changes the response. A thought appears, Elephant notices it and lets it pass. No reaction, no engagement. At first, it feels strange. The brain keeps pulling back. Think about this. Fix this now. But Elephant stays calm, because the goal isn't to stop thoughts. The goal is to stop reacting to them. And slowly, something shifts. The thoughts lose intensity. The urgency fades. Because Elephant finally stopped treating 3 a.m. thoughts like reality and started treating them like noise. What Elephant does instead? Because just saying, "don't think," doesn't work. The brain needs something gentle to focus on. So Elephant gives it a new direction. First, breathing. Slow, deep, in through the nose, out through the mouth. No force, just rhythm. This sends a signal to the body: you're safe. And when the body relaxes, the mind follows. Then Elephant shifts attention to something simple, not exciting, not stimulating. Maybe counting breaths, maybe imagining a calm place, maybe repeating a soft phrase. It's okay, I'll rest. The key? It must be boring, because boring signals sleep. And if thoughts still come, Elephant doesn't fight them, just lets them pass. Because sleep doesn't come from control. It comes when Elephant stops trying. When Elephant should get out of bed. Because sometimes, even after doing everything right, sleep doesn't come back. And this is where most elephants make it worse. They stay in bed, hoping, forcing, waiting. But Elephant now knows a better move. If 15–20 minutes pass, and the mind is still active, Elephant gets up, calmly, no frustration. No, I failed. Just a reset. Elephant leaves the bed and does something very simple in low light. No phone, no bright screens. Maybe reading something boring, maybe sitting quietly, maybe slow breathing again. Why? Because the bed should only mean one thing: sleep. If Elephant stays awake in bed, the brain learns, this is where we stay alert. But getting up breaks that pattern. And when sleepiness returns, Elephant goes back. Naturally. How Elephant prevents the 3 a.m. problem before it starts. Because the real solution isn't just handling 3 a.m., it's reducing how often it happens. Elephant looks at the day, not just the night. Late caffeine keeps the brain active. Endless scrolling overstimulates the mind. Unreleased stress builds pressure. Irregular sleep times confuse the body clock. All of this shows up at 3 a.m. So Elephant fixes the foundation. Same sleep time, same wake-up time, less stimulation before bed, a short wind-down routine, and most importantly, clearing the mind during the day. Because whatever Elephant avoids during the day, the brain tries to solve at night. Journaling, movement, even one honest conversation, these reduce the mental load. And when the mind is lighter, there's less to process at 3 a.m. The identity shift. Elephant used to think, why does this keep happening to me? But now Elephant understands. This wasn't random. It was a pattern, and patterns can be changed. Now, when Elephant wakes up at 3 a.m., there's no panic, no frustration, no spiral, just awareness. This is that moment. And instead of reacting, Elephant follows the system. No decisions, no overthinking, just calm breathing, or getting out of bed if needed. And slowly, the fear disappears. Because it's no longer unknown, it's understood. Some nights will still be imperfect. That's normal. But one bad night doesn't turn into a bad week anymore. Because Elephant isn't the one who gets trapped at 3 a.m. Elephant is the one who knows how to handle it. And that changes everything.